It's Week 8 of the National Football League. And we'll see Chris Olave. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Saints and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is a number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Roll! I'm not lying! I'm not lying!
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. He's going to be dropped forward and pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 52 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. You look at this Saints defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, now Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they do that. Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Delay of game, offense.
What's the deal, dog?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. To return is McKenzie. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like those calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and then have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now Richardson back to throwing. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it again with Miller. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On play action, it's Carr rolling to his right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Taken at about the 36. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So Carr departs, and Artis Blake grouping for the Saints field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Richardson looking to throw this. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Saints to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with an end around, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They set up the screen to Miller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Lou Hedley now. for on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Ron, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Roll, ready.
Oh, he stays up. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-to-interception ratio is, what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie, just getting back to even. increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Richardson connecting over the middle of Downs. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Carr going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw his Carr. He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to...
There he goes, offside! Now he's loose down the left sideline and down to the 16-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Richardson looks to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Oh, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Texans who are out in front. C.J. Stroud has thrown a touchdown pass.
Well, why
From
don't
there,
we
we
hold
head
off
down
on the
to
halftime
sunny
update
Miami
after all.
to check on the
Seems like
Dolphins
everyone's ready
at
to
home
go
at
here
Hard
for the
Rock
second
Stadium.
half in
And they have the
Week
lead in that
8
one over
in
the
the
visiting
NFL.
New England Patriots. Tua with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few little chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw, it's Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
McKenzie now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. There comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here.
Ready?
In motion goes the tight end. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Will Mallory with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Again, it's Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So Carr departs, and on his Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Second down and 3. Richardson looking to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for two. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just... window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Richardson to throw again after the pick 6. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made it their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Just a yard on the pickup. A 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down and 6. Now Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. But hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop any like that one. 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Left side, he finds Pierce. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Check.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of... If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Richardson now on 2nd down. Caught by Woods. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Richardson looking to throw this. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Rocco quick. Reload. Rig it.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense. Able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a one-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
Now Richardson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows of the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Colts! Alec Pierce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get... to work here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On play action, it's Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. And now it's 2nd down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as it... Chris Olave, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr. It's Miller, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
giving the Saints first down.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Carr now on first down. Finding Miller once more, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he is met in his... scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence. things around. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Bronco leading.
Here's Richardson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have, and a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. On the return, here's Shaheed. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incomplete.
With the way that this one has gone and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is...
Such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Ready.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the